Hey guys, welcome back to Ralph's Garage. Today we're going to be working on the Legacy GT and I'm going to show you how to fit cheap Cadillac Brembo calipers on almost pretty much any Subaru. You can make these fit. So stick around, I'll show you how. Disassembled the driver's side off camera. Just wanted to get this filmed for you guys. So what you're going to want to do is there's two, I think these are 14mm bolts back here. Let me make sure that I'm spitting the right numbers out. Okay, now that's done. Yeah, so there's two 14mm bolts here and here, and you're going to want to take those out, and then you can take your caliper, and what I usually do is I just hook it here. You should really use a zip tie though, so that it doesn't like fall and rip the hose. I don't care. I'm replacing the hoses, so whatever. And I'll just be careful. So I'm gonna get the caliper off, and then we'll go from there. Okay. This. Okay, friends. This also will be difficult. You're going to break on regulations. I'm going to find these in there. So there's a little hole back there. Get your two bolts out. You're going to not use these with the conversion, but I'm going to use it to secure this as an assembly. These brakes may be going on the Forester, not sure. So you could take your brake caliper off now if you're not going to replace your lines. I'm going to replace my lines, so I'm going to go ahead and take this 10 mil out right there. I hit that with some PB Blaster earlier. The other one was a little bit of a struggle, so I just let this one soak. So now I'm going to take the whole caliper off and just kind of work it off. Hook that guy, see how it just kind of stays there. It's perfect. Now I'm going to take this caliper bracket off. That is a 17, I think. Yeah, that's a 17. See? That's why, if you're keeping your lines, make sure you put a zip tie in there. One more 17 at the bottom here. Do the same thing. Grab your mallet. Yep. Take your pads and your bracket. So now sometimes these things are stuck, so I got my mallet. There we go. This whole setup may be going on the Forester. It'll be a nice upgrade for it. Now you're ready. Alright guys, both the front driver and passenger stock brakes are disassembled. I left the calipers hanging just so I don't lose a bunch of brake fluid in between when it's time to do the swap. The car's pretty much prepped to start the work on the actual conversion. There's a little bit of work involved in it, but it's not anything that anybody with a basic toolbox can't do. It's super easy. Well, let's take a look at what we got here. These are brake rotors for a 2004 Subaru STI, and they're 5x100. That's going to be like the Legacy is 5x100. The newer Subarus are 5x114.3. In that case, you'd want to get like a 05 or above rotor from any Subaru that has Brembos. So just make it easy, get 05 STI rotors for 5x114.3. But 2004 was the only year for the 5x100 with the Brembos in the US, so that's what you're looking for, majority of you guys. Along with the actual caliper upgrade, I'm putting these StopTech stainless brake lines on the front and the rear. These are really nice kits. They come with banjo bolts. They come with the little rubber plugs that go on top of the caliper, bleed port, the clips to hold them in, the whole 9 yards. I recommend these very highly. I've used them on a lot of other cars. Cadillac ATS Brembo calipers, and I got these on a really good deal on eBay. I think I paid $150 for both of these. They're a little dirty, a little scratched here and there, but so is the Legacy. So it's, you know, dirty and scratched, so it'll fit right and it'll look like it's been on there since day one. This is a brand new spring and pin set, just so that I'm starting fresh. And then to do the actual conversion, you need to make sure that you have one of these. I didn't have one, so I had to go buy one from the hardware store. But this is 9/16 drill bit. You're going to need this to open up one of the holes on the hub. This is what makes it all possible. This is from ctsvbrakeswap.com. And these are adapter brackets to make these calipers fit onto the Subaru hubs. Comes with everything you need. There's 2 brackets. There's all the hardware you need. Little spacer plates. These are going to go behind the brake rotors to space it out so it matches up with what you need for the caliper. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to either remove this metal heat shield or dust shield on the back side of the rotor, or trim it to fit around the Brembo and keep it. I would like to keep it just because it's less work if I could just lop the ends off. So what I need to do is get the caliper mounted. In order to do that, I need to go ahead and drill this hole. I believe it's this one. I'm going to double check before I drill it, but I need to open this hole up, get the bracket bolted on there and the caliper bolted on, and then we can see what I'm going to have interference with. The spacer that you get in the kit is going to bring the entire hub out, which will effectively move the wheel out this amount, 2.5 millimeters. And I know some people suggest that if you remove the dust shield from behind the hub, you gain this back. So let's see how much you would gain back. It looks like you would gain 1 millimeter back. You gain 1.04 millimeter. That's probably rust. I could probably get that if I took this rust off of here, but anyway, it's 1 millimeter roughly. So if you remove this dust shield, your offset's going to change 1.5 millimeter. For you guys with really tight wheel fitments, there's the info that you need. I just wanted to measure the difference between removing the dust shield and not removing the dust shield. You can do it however you please. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to notch this. It is the top hole on either side, just needs to be opened up a little bit so that these bolts that fit into the calipers will fit through, because you can see it won't fit. So that's the goal, is to get this hole through, or this bolt through that hole. That's what we're going to use the 9/16 drill bit for right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Make sure you use a little bit of lube, like with anything in life. You don't want to go in dry, you know what I mean? That's it. And we'll see, our bolt should fit through now. There you go. Now let's get the bracket on. I have the wrong bracket, that's the problem. I need the other one. Okay, now that I have the right bracket, makes a lot more sense how this goes. Bottom bolt comes from the front. This is a 16 millimeter. Okay, let's get this fit. Caliper's going to go on the inside. I'm not worried about the rotor right now. I'm just going to get this on here with a few threads. So it looks like it's not much trimming. I just got a bolt in just to mark it. Oh boy. That's kind of a bummer. strut bolt is in the way of that one.
Without having to remove the strut bolt. Is it the lower one?
Okay, well, I know where I gotta trim. We'll just lop this piece off right there. Leave yourself a nice little bagger there to kill yourself with. That's a real bummer. So it looks like we're gonna have to take this lower strut bolt out. There's no way to get it in there. Let's try now. So that's my solution for not, let me get this out of here. So here's my solution for not having to remove that strut bolt. I just lopped a bit of the, you know, the little flange on the head of the bolt there. I think it'll be okay. There's still a lot of surface area on this, and it's going into this aluminum bracket. So, but that'll allow you to slip it in there past this bolt right here, and put your, you know, your calipers on. So, I'm just going to verify that I tighten this. See, now our bolt in and out free. We can go right past that bolt head there. This is how I'm cutting the bracket or the dust shield. The bottoms, no interference, just up here. So let's go ahead and clean up the surface of the spindle here. We get the spacer on, get the rotor on, get the caliper on, brake lines, and then do the other side. So next step. I'm not really concerned with this, I don't think it's going to be. Just going to slam a lug nut on here. Now we know that spacer's seated all the way. Bottom bolt. Okay, I'm checking the difference. let me see if the wheel fits. Sorry guys, you gotta move. We're gonna see if these Brembos fit inside these wheels. Oh yes, that looks amazing. Yeah. All right, we're back after a short break, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load these calipers up with the brake pads that I got here. I mean, I kind of bought crap pads just because I wanted to get these brakes in the car, but these are the Duralast Golds, so they'll get me going. And yeah, better than no pads. So, and then I also have hardware kit here, so let me get that installed. So this side is done, just needs to be bled. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side real quick. I'm going to do movie magic.
I want to see magic.
Look, I'm going to hold this up like that. And then I'm going to make these brakes be installed.
I want to see it.
Okay? Here I go. Ready? Say the magic words with me, right? Abracadabra, alakazam, hocus pocus. Make my brakes be done. Say it.
Abracadabra. What is it?
Hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus.
Make my brakes be done.
Make my brakes be done.
How'd I do that? Isn't that cool?
I want to try to do that. That'll probably be really hard, though.
It's all done. That was quick.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Alright, so now we got to do brake lines on the back. And then I think I'm going to get some bug spray maybe. Because it's getting mosquito-y out here.
Yeah, can I have some?
Yeah, let's go get some. What's going on, guys? Out here in the garage. Finally got around to editing this this video you guys are watching. And when I was going through the footage, I didn't do an outro or anything. I didn't show you the finished product. It got dark, and then that was it. I stopped filming. I did film putting the brake lines on, but I didn't like the footage. It was kind of dark, and it wasn't really worth it. So I just cut that part out. Changing brake lines, no big deal. Disconnect them, put the new ones on, bleed the brakes. But I do want to give you a peek of, well anyway, right now you can probably see a lot's going on with the BMW. That's getting some paint work done in the engine bay. But I do want to show you the Brembo brakes so that I could put this video up on the channel and get it out there for you guys. And then shortly followed, we're going to have another video on the BMW as well. So there's a couple things coming. I got a Harbor Freight tool cart. I used gift cards in conjunction with a sale that they were having right after Christmas. Picked up the 5-drawer tool cart, so I'm going to be putting that together. That's going to be replacing my Mac tool cart here. This is probably going to become a work cart and get out of here. So it'll give me more. So I have more of a rolling toolbox. There's the engine looking good. Some of you who've been paying attention will notice what's different about it. So drop that down in the comments if you can figure out what's different. Anyway, let's take a look at these brakes. All right, so I have not cleaned this. I've been daily driving the Legacy, and this is what it looks like after about 6 months. They work great. The other side's even dirtier. It's got mud on it. I kind of went through a little bit of mud. But yeah, they work great. I did go to an autocross with the car since I put the Brembos on, and they were awesome. The only thing I might do is upgrade the master cylinder to one maybe from like an STI or something like that. Has like a larger bore size, so you push a little more fluid with the pedal, and it'll give it more of a firmer pedal. Aside from that, that's probably the next thing on the brakes, and then the brakes are done. I decided I'm gonna leave the Legacy rear brakes. They're actually really good. Just gonna go ahead and leave it alone. I do have a video coming out about doing the motor swap on this, because this is EJ20X. It's got quad cam ABCS. It's all working. It's running on the JDM ECU. It's a twin scroll turbo. So there is a video coming with a little more detail on the Legacy, so look for that. Until then, I appreciate you watching the video. I'm quarantined at home right now due to COVID exposure, so I'm just kind of getting some stuff done, not just out in the garage but also in the house, some paint work, stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe. We're like I think this morning 192 subscribers, so it'd be really awesome if I could push past that 200 subscriber mark. That would be huge for me. So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and I really appreciate it, and I'll see you later.